So, welcome to the Go Mode Podcast. We've got a grand finals match for the Gold Sword bracket. We've got rayzeus on the left. We've got rooslugs on the right. I'm Leaf. Joining me in the booth today is Furious Prince. And David Ox is tracking for us. Secretly a Sliver, or Sean, is restreaming. Thank you to everybody for helping put this on. Furious, what are we playing today?
We're playing Casboots, and for those that are unfamiliar for that, it stands for casual boots. As you can see by both the trackers here in the main menu, both runners start with a sword guaranteed and boots, but they will be going through the escape sequence, so we are guaranteed to at least see Princess Zelda be saved from herself. I'm excited for this one.
I'm excited too. These two runners have put on a massive showing.
And we are underway.
300 rupees in the first chest. Always nice to have that starting money.
Yeah, it's something that at least if you don't find bombs in Kakariko, at least you can buy them.
Exactly.
Rooslugs playing with Vanilla Link Sprite, Ray's playing with Tanuki Mario.
Just a piece of heart from the uncle. I do like seeing what sprites people get used to when they're learning. And both of these are... Ooh, Moon Pearl. Both of these runners had a very difficult road to the finals here.
Yeah, now in their heads they're probably going, okay, it's not that time, and they make a small mistake here now. Both runners are looking to claim victory. Thankfully, it's only game one, so we are going to see, at least one more game between the two.
I mean, I don't know about you, completely unrelated to that, I'm enjoying these Final Fantasy VI tunes.
I actually have it, I actually have no audio, so I couldn't hear it. But Finding the Gloves, that's, 2/4 Dark World.
So, with the early Glove and the early Moon Pearl, are you thinking we might actually see some really early Dark World access?
I personally would not be a fan of that. I think that it just opens the seat just a little too much. Especially knowing that, getting through escape is going to be 6 minutes guaranteed. If I have the entire map open to me 6 minutes in, I start feeling a little overwhelmed on where to go. I think Kakariko is obviously your first play.
I mean, it's a... You have to remember, even if you feel overwhelmed when you have all this new in 6 minutes, your opponent also has all this open in 6 minutes. So there's a good chance they're just as overwhelmed as you. Ooh, Ray having a little trouble with that ball and chain today. Hyrule Castle wants to give us a hand.
Where do we go from here, Lee?
I'm going to say through the sewers.
So this is going to be a little bit more easy when you come out of Sanctuary. You can at least easily do King's Tomb followed by Bonk Rocks, and then the world's your oyster at that point.
So, yeah, early Mint, early Pearl. Kakariko into Village of Outcasts, anybody? Maybe you have a nice early Thieves Town play.
More than likely. I mean, that 300 also lets you check Bottle Vendor guaranteed, Dig Game guaranteed. You're mostly there towards Zora. You have the gloves, so logically you can still get over there.
Alright, cool. Something that's not exciting to see in this game. A heart container. We like that, but it's not progression.
Yeah, we are guaranteed to at least see the map, so we only have 2 more items here in Escape.
I'd like to point out, Rue is putting up a very clean escape here, too.
Absolutely. Already entering the rat room at 4.5 minutes. This is a very, very clean escape.
Right, we found the map, so we do need to grab that sanctuary chest. Always pay attention to that. Yeah, shaping up for a low 5-minute escape. Okay, a mid 5 escape after not getting activating the switch. That switch is slippery, did you know?
And the Regmarang there.
I mean, I will never complain about having any boomerang.
I mean, before Fast ROM, I'm still partial to the Regmarang myself. Now, even with Fast ROM, I will always love to see that. Getting a quick map check there, finding regular crystals on all 3 of the Black Gold dungeons.
And both runners heading directly for Kingston. Makes sense, we got early mints. Ooh, Rue's going to actually do this hula hand for the early Zora money.
I mean, I don't dislike it, but I think there's a lot more checks, knowing that you could probably still find a lot more money with, like, Bottle Vendor or all the checks in Kakariko. Not the worst thing in the world, but knowing it's going to put you right back at Link's house, that's a save and quit that's going to cost you at least 10-15 seconds.
Unless this might be a run down to do Zora from here, too. Or we're running east.
Okay, I'm not mad at it.
So, we got some nice early divergence here.
Yeah, this is definitely not your standard, okay, I'm gonna go, you know, right to Kakariko, kind of start.
Blue rupees on our money crab today. Was that flute?
I, unfortunately, was not paying attention. That was not... Yeah, that is.
Oh boy!
Looking back on the restream here.
Now you're sitting here hoping, oh no, please let it be Pendant Mire. You don't turn down an early armor upgrade. One early armor upgrade. The second one I'll consider turning down.
I don't know. The second one I might turn down, but only if I have all my shields first.
Well, I'm looking at it as if I don't have a mirror, I'll turn down the second upgrade.
There.
We'll see if Ray decides to go pick up any of the bombs out of the Bonk Rocks on the left side. Looks like, though. There's a guaranteed bomb drop under the Bonk Rock on the left side of that fortune teller. Those are flippers.
Appropriate place to find those. It's one of the few
look.
items that can't get wet.
Bombs.
That does now also put Zora a lot more in logic. The rupees that we found, not so much, but since the game assumes that you have rupees and bombs at all times, it doesn't really matter about Zora.
Apologies for flashing. Looks like Rue does not play with the reduced flashing setting. So anytime you see Ether or a lightning attack coming... Oh, that's a cape. Oh wait, we have Dark Port access. That makes you even more cautious about that flute. Anytime you see Ether or lightning attack, there will be flashing from Rue's side of the screen.
With that information of flute, to be honest, if I find Lamp, I might personally go rush Aga. The only difference that we have is that both runners kind of have bits and pieces, Rue having the cape and Ray having the knowledge of where the flute is.
See, if I had both pieces of information, I'm crazy. I'll just do it in the dark.
I've tried that. It's very difficult for me, so I would do it if I was doing a casual race with some friends, but not in the game 1 of the Gold Sword bracket.
I told you I was crazy, right? Oh, look, 10 bomb after doing all the bomb checks. How convenient.
I don't know, Leaf. I learned that from another tournament that I don't know if we should mention on here. Alright, we are going to go see Waterfall Fairy.
One thing I will say about Rue's routing choice here is this will let him actually have all this cleared out early and then take a Kakariko into Village of Outcasts.
Yeah, it's one of those where it's like, alright, do I go to a standard route or do I just take a risk? Ray finding that bottle before going into anything and being as close to Sick Kid is actually really nice.
Still going to check the race game. Now, the question is, since you have to double back up to bottle turn in, do you consider going Dark World? What do you consider going Dark World in Ray's position here?
Yeah, I personally would. I feel like there's more checks and more dense items because you're already here, you already have that portal accessible to you, versus, you know, trying to come back after clearing all of South Dark World, which now we know is practically dead. You have the cape and the the cape and the flippers, but other than that, not really much down that way.
And Ray is in fact going to the Dark World here.
Five, 6 on Skull Woods and Swamp. Find a green pendant there on Turtle Rock. The other pendant being Thieves Town and Ice Palace.
Interesting. So that does mean we will be climbing Aga Tower today. Because we now need to get in Misery Mire, so we will be needing that flute.
Just to help our trackers out, just going to repeat that again. 5, 6 on Swamp Palace and Skull Woods, and your pendants are Thieves Town, Ice Palace, and green on Turtle Rock.
Early big key in the front of Skull Woods lets us pick up small key, and we'll be able to full clear the front section. We'll be able to make a decision if we want to go to big key chest here. This is a very healthy start to the seed.
Yeah,
Blue
this is
mail
one of
and
those.
7 and 8 hearts already.
Yeah, this is one of those seeds where you. Oh, there's a bow. This is one of those seeds where you really get to see different strats from different runners, especially from newer runners, but this is why they're in the Gold Sword. Also finding Hookshot. Man, we're finding a lot of early progression in the seed.
That is a fantastic early find, though.
Both gloves and escape, Moon Pearl, basically escape, and then bow and hookshot. We already know we're gonna have to go beat Eastern Palace. That's one that is more likely to be done in the dark, especially this early no against Crystal.
It is really a treat to see such clean movement from the Mentor Attorney. Just watching Rue's movement, it is clean today. Both of these runners have put in so much work at getting good at this game. They're both terrifying runners. Which also means props to their mentors for teaching them a lot very well.
Yeah, absolutely. This tournament is dedicated to helping newer players and players who just want to refresh their skills or get better. So to see the improvement and to learn this quickly and this effectively, shout out to both the mentors and the runners. Unfortunately, big game being nothing.
I mean, unfortunate, but is what it is. Not every check can be exciting in Dark World.
Not sure I agree about with Ray not grabbing Smith before doing this. Frog World Tour is probably the better option here, in my opinion.
I mean, Smith turning is pretty slow, especially where Ray's probably going to want to save quit and go into South Light World from here. It might be a consideration of my best play is to do South Light World. Also worth remembering, he did pull a bow. He may have Eastern Palace on the mind.
That is true.
All right, Johnny, what you got for us today? Money. 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 Piece of art. I'm solidly disappointed by Hype Cave today.
I'm about ready to get roasted by chat, but I don't know. There's so much treasure there that you may as well just call it the One Piece.
And yeah, given Ray's routing into South Light World, I'm of the opinion leaving the Smith is the correct call here, because that'd just be doing a save and quit for exactly one check. 2 if you decide, let's do Purple Chest on the way to South Light World, which I could see, but is quite slow on return.
Do you like the decision to having skipped the first 4 checks in Thieves Town on Ray's side?
I mean,
you're already here. I mean, you have all of it to check anyways. You have a lot more checks after that. Even if it's just the first 4.
I personally am the type where if I know it's a dungeon I need to clear, I'm more likely to put it off. With it being a pendant, I don't even know if I'd go in.
Yeah, I don't know if I would full clear it, but I do think that the first 4 might be some use. But Rue is gonna see if that's worthwhile.
It's worthwhile.
Yeah,
that's worthwhile.
And you know what? That's also that Smith check right there.
Yeah, that cleans up the Smith check. If wanted.
Yeah, again, it's just my opinion. You're already here. You don't have the mirror yet. You don't have any form of transportation. This is where I was talking about, you know, the seed being so open and all the checks. Just like, well, do I really want to spend the first 4 at Thieves Town? But finding that mirror probably made it completely worth it.
Absolutely, that's a required mirror. But we'll have to see what brings Ray back to Thieves Town to get that mirror. That actually opens up. Now here's the thing: we have another case of our runners have half the equation. Rue is a mirror. Ray is hookshot. Yeah,
and both can get up to the mountain. I don't know. I think Rue is a little bit better off. They have already checked to see that the flute is there on Lumberjack Ledge. You have that cape. You have the mirror. Personally, I'd go back over to Aga and take care of that. You know, if I had a light source, but obviously we don't. I don't expect these newer runners to immediately jump into Dark Aga, but...
I mean... I was looking at the fact that each of our runners has half the equation for Crystal Swamp.
That is fair.
Rue opting to skip Purple Chest might be might be one of those cases of leave it. One, it's a slow check when you don't have hookshot, because you'd have to walk the whole thing. Oh, has to also would be isolating Purple or isolating Dig Game in this case. But with no hookshot, would isolate would have to walk the entire way, at least down to Stumpy, which is quite slow. And both these runners know their opponent is very good, and they're probably worried about the seed as is. Because these are 2 very talented new runners. That's a book. Book gets us into desert, and we can check Bombos.
Yeah, Pombos, purple chests, into checking Agina, into desert. If you really wanted to, head up the mountain and check Ether Tablet with that mirror.
I mean, you'll be able... Rue will be able to do that with a mountain trip. At the moment, does not have the access to East Death Mountain at all, because no hookshot, no hammer.
Yeah. Yeah, that's where Ray kind of has that advantage, is you have the more checks on the mountain, which makes it more appealing to Ray, but less likely to be done with how many checks they have on the main floor of Hyrule.
And Ray's going to be our first player to visit a Crystal Dungeon Day. We're going to Eastern Palace.
We're going to be able to check at least the front of, or the logical checks of Pod, as well as check Eastern and Pyramid. Could go check Catfish, though I don't know if that would be smart right now with how many checks there are. It's on the way, so it's not the worst thing in the world.
Is opting not to, has opted to do Hylia Island as a blind check and finish out at Hobo. This man under bridge, we know he has nothing, but makes for an interesting route terminus. We'll see where Rue ends up going from here.
Another bottle there on Ray's side.
I'm never going to complain about having more bottles. That might be Glitch Runner and me talking, but I'm never going to complain about having more bottles.
He's gonna follow that book into desert.
I mean, that checks out.
Yeah, not bad at all. Only thing you're missing is a fire source.
Nothing on the ledge. And logically, our entire trip to Eastern Palace is behind a lamp. We got one item and the big keys in the back. Always worth keeping track of that.
Yeah, that's another thing that just I feel might get lost these days with some runners, but it's really nice to start keeping track of your logic and keys and something, even when you're just starting out, because that can change your routing decisions later on when you start get more and more familiar and comfortable with it. Ray, no problem with that dark room. Probably the only dark room that every runner should probably know.
I disagree, it's the only one. I would like to raise Old Man Rescue Cave.
That is fair.
We're only getting one item out of Desert because we got both map and compass already.
Just answering chat, I also believe Agina is in that as well. I don't remember any of the runners checking Agina.
Neither runner has checked Agina. This seed really doesn't want us to die, does it?
Welcome in, Party of 6 from Shinmaru. Welcome into the Go Mode Podcast Mentor Tourney. This is Game 1 of the Gold Sword finale. We have rayzeus versus rooslugs here. And Casboots.
Ooh, unfortunately, Zelda Gamer Room gets a little out of hand for Ray. Those Stalfos did not want to line up at all. Okay. Currently in logic, we have front of pod. We have
Pyramid.
pyramid, catfish, purple chest,
Ray finding red mail on Armos Knights.
but nothing progression-wise in Eastern. But that does continue to add to the point of we are never going to die in this run of Link to the Past. 12 hearts, red mail available.
I really hope Rubes goes and checks Pedestal with that book.
I don't think he will. Not when he doesn't have Fire Rod. Rue has access to Graveyard Ledge.
We have Bumper Ledge too.
Yes, because we have Cape.
Is that also technically out of logic for Rue without the hook shot? I know we're about to find it here in Skull Woods, but...
What? No. Bumper is in logic with it. We play on the advanced logic. You're expected to be able to walk across the top of that pit.
I wasn't sure if that was part of advanced logic or not.
Yep. That is part of the advanced logic. You're expected to be able to do that.
Ray
Ray gives me
fine. Yep.
We also have the back of Thieves Town, but we don't want to think about the back of Thieves Town, do we?
Not in Pendant Thieves, though. Wouldn't it be the first time I've recently seen Back of Thieves having something important?
Ooh, Ray is going to go for back Thieves, though. Nope, never mind. I wonder if... You know what I think we might see from Ray here? I thought we might actually see a trip down to do... Swamp Palace. Even without the hammer, it's a crystal dungeon that we can't get to easily at the moment. That's staying there.
Oh, Rue makes me sad not grabbing that shield.
Ray didn't either.
It's a waste of time, I'm not gonna lie. It truly is to go grab that, but shield's up.
Let's see. We have, in logic, we have first check Penny Swamp, we have back Thieves Town. And we have Catfish, Pyramid, and Pod. I'm sorry to everyone. I do make extensive track of logic because I like to be able to figure out where exactly the progression is likely to be. Worth a note, we'll be getting the pyramid check here. Again, at this level of equipment, you can still easily consider the Dark Agate if you're at all comfortable with it.
Just answering question in chat. Book was at K45.
Yeah.
Rue found the mirror first when they did Village of Outcast. They had already done all of like South Shore, whereas Ray saved and quit to go check all of South Shore instead of grabbing that mirror from Thieves Town.
Both runners are going to have, or Ray has 3 bottles, Rue has 2 bottles. I was gonna say both runners have 3, but no, Rue still has to go to Eastern Palace. And both runners going into pod.
Yeah, this is another thing where even though we had some huge route divergence at the start of this seed, now they've kind of been bottlenecked into the same areas, so it's just kind of really cool to watch that both runners are basically high-fiving each other on the way to pod.
I mean, part of this seed's, for the most part, with the exception of like a couple of small sections, the seed's been actually kind of stingy on progression. Oh no!
Ooh, that's heartbreaking.
I have not seen that message in a long while. rayzeus did not have the money to go to pod. We're going to go somewhere.
Yeah, you need 110 rupees to go and do it. Ray had 107 as he walked up to Kiki, and did not have the 100 rupees required to enter.
So we're going, looks like Ray's going up the mountain. Knows that this is behind the lamp, or actually knows that this is behind the lamp.
Yeah,
guaranteed.
Behind the lamp.
Takes the time to pick up his rupees.
We're gonna go back with chat for a second. Yeah, this is something you really take for granted about those rupees. Usually you're used to seeing, 5 rupees, or even just single rupees just on enemy kills, or maybe the 50 here and 300 there. You don't expect to 30 minutes in to not be able to go to Kiki.
It's true.
Agreed, Mr. Angerpants. If he can find Hammer here on top of Death Mountain, this will be all worth it.
Yeah. Right now, the worst case scenario for Ray is Hammer is in pod. Oh no. Spin speed and ledges do not agree with each other sometimes. Was that a sword?
I did not see. It
Well,
was no.
it's important.
Silver arrows.
I mean, that's honestly at one sword. I think that's almost better than a sword. Ooh, that is a setup. I like that.
I think I just found a new way to get across that ledge.
I'm gonna have to see if I can find any resource on how to do that consistently. Because I have a lot of cross keys games where that would come in handy.
Watching the replay of it, looks like he just grabbed the silver arrows, put a bomb down, and walked south.
There was a lineup before that because he lined up on the wall in a certain way, and I'm going to have to look into the lineup step. Anyways, Big Key is in the basement Tower of Hera, or in the basement cage. So, ideally, no visit to the basement today. Good old Bread Coon lineup. Hera Pilot used to be a somewhat difficulty when you're starting out learning a trick. And then it became easier with Raiden, and then Bread found the absolute easiest setup in the world. Okay, Bombos Medallion. Small key. We'd like to not see the map now. You know what kind of hurts to see, though? We have to do an actual 6/ Moldorm.
Well, they can't make the seed too easy. They already have silvers.
Well done. And we're getting our first dip in the Palace of Darkness from Rue. There's an item in the basement that we can't get because we don't have a fire source.
Thank you, Sean, for that comment that very need to be said. He says, "Do you mean the vanilla intended Moldorm kill hurts you?"
Sean, there's a reason my preferred speedrun is restricted major glitches. It means I can fight Moldorm with a hammer. It also means I can fight Landmo with a fire rod, so... Anyways, we have a... We've gotten 2 keys so far. Three.
Pod is basically the intro into key logic, just in my personal opinion.
Ooh, Red Cane. Red Cane and Paradox 2. Now let's see what's in the Paradox 5, and as we're getting our way through Mimics, go check out the rest of the front pod. Alright, there's our logic for the mountain. Lamp is just in Bowlocked pod.
Unfortunate for Ray, who was just 3 rupees short of finding that.
I mean, that just leaves the possibility of we can find our hammer here.
I wouldn't be mad at it.
Big key in the compass chest. Key number 5. Key number 6. So we do need to go visit Harmless Hallway. Looks like we're going to get hammering up out of rooslugs.
Still one trick I personally cannot do.
For me, it just took a lot of practice and learning lineups. Also, the fact that I play Key Sandy means that it was kind of forced. "99% of people who play Key Sandy will eventually learn. Was that a
Fire rod.
blue rod, or that was a red rod?
That was a red rod.
Both? Well, there's the blue one.
There's the ice rod.
Alright, we have our red ice rod and our blue fire rod.
Unfortunately, going into pod, once we found that, well, before that, once we found that Samaria, and I guess even before that, can't speak. Ped was dead, and that was unfortunate, but we also know that, it is required Aga, so at least we have that going for us. Just want to also respond to chat. I don't know who made this seed, but can they roll all of my seeds from now on?
rayzeus.
Oh, they rolled a good one for game 1 of a gold finals.
So the hammer... So Fire Rod doesn't unlock anything in Skull. We have access to the Back of Thieves. We have access to Ice. Rue can get access to TR. No, he can't because he doesn't have a hammer. Hammer could be in a Hera basement, which would actually be catastrophic for Ray.
Yeah, especially knowing the logic kind of forced you up here only after grabbing the lamp. Obviously, we know that doesn't matter with dark rooms, but having both fire sources in pod just really kind of persuade the possibility that hammer could be there in Hera.
Oh, cape glitch. I was sitting going, why is Ray doing that? But no, it's luckily he had magic to get back in cape. That was a cape glitch going through the door of the hellway. I mean, there's always the funniest possible answer for what a hammer could be right now. First check of Swamp.
I wouldn't be mad at it. Could also be Misery Mire.
I mean, yes, it could be. I'm just thinking what the funniest possible answer would be.
I don't know, I still think that's funny. Oh, you want me to go and kill Aga just to grab my flute, then to go all the way to Mire just for me to find it first check.
Oh look, a sword. That's our first sword sighting. That puts Bombo's tablet in logic for hammer now too.
Have we gotten a check on Ether Tablet from Rue? I don't think we've gone over that way, have we?
No, he's gone to right first. He's probably... Actually, he went to the right for density. He's probably going to go to the Tower of Hera next. We'll have to see if he checks the tablet on one sword. Probably will, because information is still useful. Right, no item locked by the hammer. Just logically locked by the hammer. Here's our Smith chest. Oh, right, we have purple chests available to us as well.
Yeah, and this will probably be when Ray finds that book too, so we'll go and put that Bombo tablet in their path when they check purple chest. Bitey, I personally don't think that I would check Ice Palace without a hammer, but it is possible it's there.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm saying going, Ice Palace doesn't look too bad to me, so... I still like the... Even though I'm looking for a hammer, I like doing the idea of Swamp Palace, skip left side. Because realistically, Ray needs a fire source and a hammer. Actually, all we need to know about right now is a hammer for no mode.
Yeah, and I don't think we're that far away from it. As we approach the 45-minute mark, I just want to go and say, give both these runners a follow. They have been putting on a great game one for us so far. These are two runners who decided to randomly join the mentor tournament, and they've made it all the way to the gold finals. So just give both these runners a follow. Go ahead and give my co-commentator Leaf a follow. Go ahead and give our tracker David Ox a follow, and even our restreamer Secret Release Liver a follow.
Also, my co-comp Furious Prince. So yeah, at this point it comes down to, it almost feels like it comes down to, one, who finds the hammer first, or two, who... Oh! Rue is electing not to go for silvers. And Rue going for the Aga climb. It's kind of be expected. It's in logic, and you know it's required. And you'll be able to take your clear of... You'll be able to go clear mire, clear desert in the same trip with that flute.
I just love the confidence on those skip silvers.
I mean, they're not required.
That is fair. Chat not loving that play.
I'm also not loving it, because you are early enough into the season. You have enough stuff left to do that you don't lose to... I don't think you lose the time of going through to Spec Rock Cave, especially when you're saving quitting anyways.
I mean, it's not a... I agree, it's not a great play. I do like the confidence in it, but I also agree with chat says he may grab them on the way to GT, but that's still a really bad time loss, because you can use those servers to save time in Misery Mire, in Pod. It's just,
in this Castle Tower climb?
In this, you can save it in Swamp. It's just not the best play, I don't think.
We'll have to ask the reasoning on that one, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
Also, if we never find... If Rue finds a sword outside of the Thieves Town one, there's a good chance he'd end on Master Sword. Is this what I think it is? Oh, baby. We got a Dark Aga coming in.
I mean, there's all the time that Rue kind of gave up with not grabbing those silvers. Ray is about ready to match that with doing Dark Aga.
If you're confident, you can... Sometimes you make the call based on the needs of the route, and at this point, if you're comfortable doing Dark Aga, it'll let you be able to route back to Pod easier at this point. Two blue balls in the first cycle. Worth remembering that Ray does have a potion on hand if necessary. Looks like it's getting a little lost at the bottom of this dark maze, but that should be the way out. There it is. Honestly, the harder part of Dark Aga is the pit room, though. Hooks the torch. Down goes Aga for Rue. Oh, come on. Come on, Ray, you almost have it. Rue gonna grab that flute. And we're through.
Very nice.
Not the fastest trip, and did take the potion. But, again, sometimes you have to make the play to make the route work better.
Well, at least this time he has the rupees to not get stuck going to pod.
Alright. So, we don't care about Meyer Medallion because we have them all. Okay, Rue's going to go get Sellers before going to Meyer. I can respect the decision to go up there. I still think it was a better idea to have picked them up the first trip up, but...
Absolutely.
But I can respect having the foresight to just go, I need this now. Ooh, unfortunate. So where is that hammer?
I mean,
Meyer?
Swamp is looking a lot more likely and likely.
I mean, it is still more likely to be one of the two items here in Meyer. The It could be here on Landmo. Landmo, Mire, could be one of 3 items in Ice. Or the 1 item in Swamp. I can understand and respect not wanting to go into Hammerless Pendant Ice Palace when you're in Hammer Go mode.
Yeah.
Although, worth mentioning, neither runner is in Hammer Go mode. Ray needs, well, Fire, which he knows. I believe he's narrowed down to be in Pod or the first check of Swamp anyways, so he'll definitely be getting it. And Rue needs a sword.
Yeah, we know where one sword is at least, but I don't see them going all the way to Thief Sound just for that in Blind Cell.
Not anytime soon, anyways.
I am starting to kind of agree with chat. I think that Turtle Rock's not that... Oh, wait, never mind. I apologize. They can't even get into Turtle Rock. That was a horrible idea. I was sitting here reading chat, not even thinking about it.
I was going to let you finish saying it and then inform you about the need of a hammer. So.
Too busy sitting here reading chat, not enough thinking. I'll do what every Twitch streamer does. Oh, it's chat's fault.
I mean, to be fair, I think the people talking about it were an entrance player who can have it in TR because TR is not at TR, and a glitch player who doesn't care because the hammer you can just clip through the rail.
In all reality, I'm over here putting notes down for what to ask them in the interview, and I was just not thinking at all. Top of the list has to be the Dark Agate and the Silvers, but I was thinking about other notes.
I mean, I don't think you really have to ask about the Dark Agate.
It worked out.
From a decision standpoint, it is extremely slow to go do the long walk all the way around to Pod when you're convinced the logic is just the lamp.
Or it could just be right there.
Okay,
and
Rue is in sword mode.
57 minutes and about 37 seconds. We are in go mode.
We are in no mode. Rue is not in go mode.
You were right. We were missing one sword.
We are in go mode as a restream. We know where everything is. It's just who wants to go to that Thieves Town sword ever?
Especially when you don't know that the sword's there. If it was like Addict, alright, maybe I might go for it, but being down at Blind Cell, horrible location. That would also feel really bad to see, you know, a sword on either one of the tablets.
It wasn't on either tablet, for the record.
Yeah. Yeah, for the record in this one, but... I'm just thinking.
So, remember how I said it was kind of slow to go around and go do a trip just for Pod?
Yeah.
Ray's going to Pod. Alright, so Ray's going to get his fire source. Rue on the way to Vitreous. Hoping for that sword to show up in any of the remaining... I think we have a check left in Pod. So we're hoping to see a sword in Swamp right now, really. Spooky action coming out. Couple of silver arrows to the eyeballs, and down goes Vitreous. This is going to be our trip to Skull Woods, just for the crystal. There are no items here in... There are no items in Skull Woods left. We got 2 items in the front, so... This is doing Mothula to get the red crystal so you could check Big Bomb on the way to Pod if you wanted. Nice fight with Mothula there. Moth deciding to behave rather than hug the top right corner. And yes, there is an item left in Pod on Helmasaur, because Maps and Big Chest Compass was in Harmless Hellway. And we're going to get this Pod clear out of the way.
Yeah, we're not that far, and at this point, it really is just do I go and clean up some of these other checks just for a sword, or do I risk that it's in GT?
I mean, the big density of checks is Swamp right now. And in a Gomo situation, we're going to see probably the back half of Swamp Palace. Ooh, an unfortunate miss, man. You didn't get to the hammer. And there's Crystal 4, or Crystal 3, sorry. Crystal 3 for rayzeus. This will be Crystal number 6 for Rue. Ray about to hit go mode. Ray is going to be our first runner in go mode. Unless a sword drops right now.
Just a burrito.
I thought the map was in the big chest. I'm sorry, I'm mistaken. The benefit for Ray here is, other than finding this big key, all of his go mode dungeons are fast. The return trip to pod is the slowest go mode right now. Unfortunately, it doesn't have the magic to get the torches here, so it does have to give up spooky action. We'll be doing cutscene chest. Alright, let's see if another meme decides to pop up. Do we have a sword and swamp? Do you think, Furious?
I mean, it wouldn't be shocking, but I think that all the swords are going to be in GT.
I mean, I wouldn't be shocked. Swords and Pendant Ice and Pendant Tiara would be fantastic in comedy.
Especially on Green Pendant.
One of our 5 items. Alright, and here's the big key for Ray.
I have not seen that setup for Diver Down in a very long time.
What, normally see the Cancer Mario?
Yeah.
Did you know you can bomb Diver down on the left side, so you get knocked to the left side of the rail?
On the left side of that, yes. I used to actually do it that way.
You can also do diver down without jumping into the water.
I think that's the way that I've actually done it. Samaria on the left side there without ever jumping in the water.
Yeah, you can do it with a bomb too.
Yeah.
Without ever jumping into the water. It's kind of cool. Let's take a look at this Argus fight. Fighter Sword Argus. This fight is awful.
No menu strats.
If you get your spins and do your the fight in most optimally is still faster than menu strats. Menu strats are extremely slow. And this is Crystal 7 for rooslugs. Crystal 7, Access GT, not in Go mode. No sword on the path in Swamp. But Crystal 7, we are looking for a big key still. So I don't know if community still plays the big key guessing game. I haven't been on an open or standard commentary in a long while. So, but if you still play it, make your guess.
I'm going 6. With a sword on 13.
As long as 13 means it's actually independent ice, I'm okay with this. You see, the actual answer is there are 2 swords on Laser Bridge.
Oh god.
That would be awful.
This seed has been so nice to them. Why do you want to do that? The only bad thing it's done is put Flute on Lumberjack Ledge.
I don't think Rue's going to agree with you on grounds of he's still on Fighter Swords.
Well, just go where the swords are. First rule of rando, go where the items are, forehead.
The proper way to go fast. Go where the items are. Don't go where the items aren't.
Assume every seed is the worst seed until you play it.
I just assume I'm going to lose every race I go join. So.
Oh, I tell people I'm more than welcome to be farmed, knowing that I'm probably going to be last place. Alright, get those last second guesses in, because as soon as Rue enters GT, the guessing is closed.
Okay, is there a sword in Hope Room? There's not even a key in Hope Room. Alright, 2 small keys found so far.
We are also 7 checks in, just for those playing along at home. There's 8.
Oh good, someone's counting because I'm not.
2 Hope Room, the Torch, and then the 4 in DM Room.
And now Map Room.
Yeah, so there's 8.
That was... I'll admit, I don't think I've ever seen anybody failed the boomerang strap by quick swapping the wrong direction. That is a new one to me.
While unlikely to ever be seen, I really do kind of hope there is a sword on pedestal. We'll never see it, but...
Nice boots. In the double fire snake room, or in the quad fire snake room, there was a green 20. That is the item that replaces the Pegasus boots and casual boots.
Alright, and there's number 13.
Alright, so we're getting into the back half of these numbers. Where's this big key?
It'll be in tile room like it always is.
Doesn't even bother checking the other chests in floater room, just goes. There's that big key. You can go upstairs and get big chests here. I'm sorry, I actually was looking away. I don't know what happened to Rue on that, Torches room. Did he get sniped by the fireball?
I unfortunately was not looking either. I'm hearing pings and I'm trying to figure out where they're coming from.
Rue would like to get through the Gibdos, please. Grab the key, Rue. Okay. I have seen more races get decided by not grabbing that key. Okay, so, hey Furious, I'm gonna put you in the runner's shoes for a minute.
Okay.
You're rooslugs. You've cleared. No, you just finished. You finished clearing GT, and there's no sword. Where do you go?
Left side swamp. Not gonna lie. I know you have all of Ice Palace still to clear, but I think that, I mean, if I'm saving and quitting out of GT, probably going to go left side swamp. If I'm just mirroring out, probably Turtle Rock.
You're definitely saving Quinn because you will be killing Aga and going to the pyramid.
Oh,
because you have to.
That's true. To answer chat, yes, they have done Smith. Well, at least one of our runners has.
Anyone like hammer pegs?
I mean, chat brings up a great point. They haven't done purple chest yet. Yeah, purple chest yet.
Rue has not done purple chest.
Yes, but okay, I actually had my thoughts mixed up. What I meant to say is Rue has not done purple chest, but Rue might turn around and think, oh, it could be there. But with hammer peg still available to them, I mean, it's still possible. Unlikely, I think there's still better checks because you're probably going to go to dungeons first.
I mean, again, I've had my eyes on the Ice Palace for the last 40 minutes of this siege. Like, if I were in Rue's position right now and there is not a sword up here, I would go directly into Ice Palace.
Pyramid Fairy is not a bad one either.
Pyramid Fairy's not bad. I agree.
Right, picking up their burrito there in pod.
$15 hearts, red mail. Both players can have half magic, because half magic is next to big key, and in a case where you don't find a sword, I'm of the opinion you check the rest of the checks in big key room when you pull the big key.
Well, we have 2 more checks before they have to make that decision. Oh,
the single arrow. Best item in game.
Game's middle finger for you this late in the seed.
I will not accept the slander of the single arrow.
It's like I gave you mitts in Zelda Cell and you want to look at me for a sword?
And we do not have a sword in GT, folks, unless it's in Tile Room. You're not going back to Tile Room. So, now it comes down to, where do you go if you're rooslugs?
We will get that answer.
Because now, I'm going to put it this way. Rue's on a clock. And right now, your options are 2 items in Thieves' Town, plus Purple Chest and Hammer Pegs right there. 3 items in Ice Palace.
Not having that sword has really just probably swung the pendulum into Ray's favor.
It's not... This is now like I said, this race is... Rue is now on a clock to find the sword.
Just gonna add the sheer panic that Rue felt when not finding a sword onto the notes. Honestly, not a bad decision. It's 2 quick checks, you're already right here.
Yeah, I don't... Especially when the Agaporal's already there. This is a best case scenario if it's here. So, for chat's reminder, we know 1 sword. It is in Blind Cell in Thieves' Town.
And Thieves' Town.
Well, I think that was made obvious by the fact that we've
Well-
already cleared GT.
Correct, but it's not even green pennant Thieves Town.
I want to say it was red pennant Thieves Town.
It is. But if it's green pennant Thieves Town, it still looks more appealing than, let's say, going into red pennant Carter Rock or red pennant Ice Palace. But because it's not a green pennant Thieves Town, it just looks awful as a decision.
Mushroom Turn-In. This makes sense. We also know one other thing from Rue not finding a sword. Why is that vanilla? Why is that, of all things, vanilla?
Oh, is this even randomized?
What kind of rando? Right, and here's the ice dive. Alright, I know I've been looking at ice. I know the Bitey's been looking at ice. So...
Buddy's been looking at ice since 20 minutes in.
No. We found our first fire melting source at, like, 30.
Right. We found
Ray does get
bombos
half
before
magic.
that.
No, because that was in Tower of Hair, and we did mostly over 25 at earliest, I think. More fetch quests!
Oh, Jesus. The panic has to be setting in.
For both runners. Ray knows he was late to the fire in Pod.
The
He has to
fire,
feel it.
those rupees that cost him to be short, just... Ray has to be thinking he's behind. We as commentators and the audience know that he's not. And Rue has to be panicking over that sword.
What sword? Exactly.
Exactly. I love chat with beat Ganon with a sword. I don't
Beat
think
Ganon with a shovel.
You're correct, with a shovel. I don't think that the Hyrule law allows you to beat a pig with a shovel. That might be animal brutality.
I'm not sure Earth laws allow for it either, to be completely honest with you. I do not condone animal cruelty, for the record. I'll admit, I don't think we could have asked for a more exciting race.
No, especially after finding that Moon Pearl 2 checks in, 3 checks in.
And Titansmith's 6 checks in. We had Titansmiths by check 6 of the game. We had Dark World access before we left Hyrule Castle. Actually, we had Dark World access before we had access to the sewers.
Oh, it's getting close. Rue better hope it's here.
That's not a sword.
It's blue, just the wrong shape and item.
I think this is our trip into Thieves Town. or a trip to do some fetch quests. One or two.
I hope it's hammer pegs in the purple chest, but while also grabbing magic bat.
I mean, I'd understand that, but honestly, if you're coming here this is the best time to do Thieves Town. This is a hammer pegs magic bat purple chest play.
Yeah, if I'm Rue, like, I'm last locating Thieves Town at that point. You've already decided long ago you weren't doing back at Thieves.
And it made sense for Ray to go in there looking for fire and hammer.
Correct.
But now that you've done these without doing Thieves, Thieves is now a guaranteed last location. We will not be seeing that sword. Alright.
Time's up.
Yeah, time's pretty much up. Spin cycle time. You could see, if a sword's here on Magic Bat, you could see an execution off in this fight. Because, let's face it, race nerves happen in Master Sword gaming.
Ray went from about 10 minutes behind to being in Ganon first.
All because of... This is just rando happening to Rue. This is random.
Rando gonna happen. Rando gonna rando. Oh, that doesn't feel good. That's left side swamp you need to go into now.
No. This is a TR play. This is a 6-item TR play. This is, statistically, the most likely place to find any swords.
Neither runner played horribly at all. I just want to make that very clear.
No.
It just came down to a location. Ray, last location, those fire, and then Rue just couldn't find that sword.
Spike Cave?
Please.
We're really doing Spike Cave? Okay. I'm a little surprised. I would have done TR first. I'm gonna be completely honest. Please be careful, Ray.
I do just want to give both these runners a shout out just once again. Go give both rayzeus and rooslugs a follow for putting on this race for us. Go give my co-commentator Leaf a follow. Go give David Ox a follow. Go give secretly a Sliver a follow for putting on the restream. Hoping we can go and get game 2 and maybe game 3 restreamed if we end up having to go that far. But this has been a race.
I hope we go that far. This is such an exciting series.
Yeah, the 1 seed playing the 7 seed, great for the finals.
Come on. Down goes Pig for just has to get across that bridge and will be the winner of game 1 between these two runners. Get your GGs in chat for rayzeus, finishing with a race time of 1 hour, 34 minutes, and 18 seconds.
GGs, what a race.
And scene indeed, Triforce. What is this? This was a excellent opener to this series. And I believe that is rayzeus joining us in the booth today. Ray, GG's.
GG's.
So, I imagine you've been watching the last 10 minutes since we are on a 10-minute delay.
Yeah, no, actually not even. I've just been trying to collect my thoughts because that was just wild.
Do you know what won you this race?
No.
Would you like to know?
Yes, please.
The back of Thieves Town.
Back of Thieves. So that was the only sword.
Rue is looking for a sword.
Oh God.
He's in Turtle Rock.
Oh my God! Wow.
Had about 10 minutes on you going into the Ganon's Tower.
Oh, I bet. I bet. I like being 3 rupees short going into pod. I thought I had lost the race. There was no way I could make it back. But yeah, that's one thing I hadn't thought about in terms of locations. I was thinking maybe the hammer could be a bottleneck, but yeah, afterwards I thought about the Master Sword maybe being something. But wow.
Well, let's put it this way. There's not a sword in Ice Palace or on any of the fetch quests that Rue's found. And he's found all of them.
Yeah, so I bet GT had 2 swords, maybe?
GT
No.
had nothing.
GT was empty.
Wow.
He's in Pendant Turtle Rock right now. On the restream. And we have rooslugs pulling in ahead of the delay, but we have questions. We imagine there'd be questions for both. Rooslugs, GG's.
Yeah, thanks. GG, right?
GG's. That was nuts.
So, Rue, we do have to ask, how much panic set in when you didn't find a sword in GT?
I played a lot of these. I'm used to it, but I still don't know where the other 2 are. There's only 10 checks on my map, so...
Well, we can tell you where one is.
Yeah, we can tell you where one is, and you're probably going to show us another here in a minute on the stream.
Well, where's the one he found?
Back of Thieves.
Yeah, so... My gut told me when I was... Before I climbed GT, I was tempted to dip Turtle Rock, but I wouldn't have gone to Sahasrahla, so either way it would have screwed me over. Thieves? I don't know. That's pretty nasty.
Wait, Green Pendant has the sword?
Yeah, I got mine on Sahasrahla.
Oh, wow!
I called it!
Green Pendant Saha. Blade
Yeah.
Cell.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm at 186 on my clear rate, so I cleared everything.
That means there must be a sword in Left Side Swamp. I think that's the only thing left.
Did you check Bombos?
Yes.
I did. Yeah.
Yeah, so we got left side of Swamp then, I guess, because I full cleared Ice Palace, I full cleared Turtle Rock. There's one in Mire I didn't get, but...
Yeah, that was a hammer, piece of heart, I think.
Yeah, so, interesting stuff. What was your go mode? I assume sword or not?
No, my go mode was actually hammer. So I got the sword fairly early. I dipped Thieves once and then did a bunch of overall checks, but then was still hunting for a lamp to get to do Aga, and figured on my second swing I do Thieves just in case. And then I got the Master Sword there, which at the time didn't feel like it would be a game changer. And then hit it into pod, 3 rupees short. So yeah, that hurt quite a bit, and I thought I was behind for the whole race after that, which I was. Apparently, I was like 10 minutes behind you for quite some time. But yeah, and then when I finally did get into pod after doing all the overworld I could do, there were both fire sources there. So I hit up Desert and then Mire and got my hammer go mode pretty quickly.
Unlucky, man.
Yeah, that's very unlucky. I feel bad because I didn't deserve to win that one.
That's not good. It's how rando works, man.
Oh, yeah.
What time were you... so you were done with GT, I guess, at like, what, 1:30-ish? 1:31?
I guess probably in that range, though the Ganon fight gave me a lot of trouble. It took me a while because I haven't practiced some RS strats just yet, so it was quite slow. So maybe 130, 131, I'm thinking.
Got it. Yeah, I full cleared GT minus tile room. I guess from the tile room.
We had someone in the chat tracking tile GT, and logically tile room has to be the small key.
Well, yeah. So I guess Sahasrahla, left side swamp, and back of Thieves with the swords in. Wow. And I got the worst one. I got the absolute worst one.
Yeah.
None of those are good locations for some. Although I will laugh if the sword's actually in the compass room and swamp that neither of you did.
Well, I'm gonna go check, but yeah, Pendant Sahasrahla behind Thieves Town behind GT is not a good day, but it was a good race. Hopefully it was interesting, like wondering when go mode happened on either side. Well, what time did he have go mode at roughly? Like 120?
No, he had 120's too early. Hour and 5-ish? Hour and 5 to hour and 8 range, I'd say. Because he still had to do Skull. He had to go kill Moth, he had to go kill Helm, he had to go kill Argus. So he made it to GT about 120.
Oh, what was your clear rate?
154.
Nice.
So yeah, 32 difference, I think. You said 176?
And I'd like to
I was
point out here on
mid like
chat,
180s. Mid 180s.
Oh.
I'd like to point out here on Restream, we have our sword acquisition for rooslugs. Green pendant.
1 hour, 41 minutes, 41 seconds.
Oh, wow.
So, Rue, can I complain about a decision you just made on the Restream here?
I'll complain away.
You could have flew to 4 and run up to the Aga gate.
Oh, I'm aware. I was just meaning at that point.
Okay.
Speaking of memeing, we have a couple of questions. And one praise, actually. We want to know about the choice to skip silvers on your spec rock, Rue.
Oh, that's just a mistake.
Okay.
Instantly when I left, it was a mistake.
Okay, we thought maybe it was a conscious decision, and we were talking about how we liked the gutsy play, even if we didn't like the actual decision.
Well, it's not gutsy because it's slow, so it is the wrong decision. I knew that immediately, but I had to figure out when I could bail myself out.
Yeah.
And the praise that we have is congratulations on that Dark Aga, Ray. That was fantastic.
Oh, thank you. It was the first time I've ever done it. I had the map besides me, and yeah, it was kind of it was very very stressful to have to do. And obviously, since Pod had my light sources, I was never going there before Aga, so I just kind of winged it. And yeah, that room with the pits gave me a bit of trouble, but yeah, I managed. So, thanks.
Yeah. I could tell you don't have the experience with it just from watching the boom. Like, for someone in the Minter term, I don't expect anybody to be able to just do that at a whim. So, yeah, very well done.
Yeah, thank you.
What were the initial reactions to seeing that flute on Lumberjack Ledge?
My reaction was, okay, so it's going to be one of those seeds. And I was just like, okay, I have to find Lamp. And I never did. So, yeah, that was kind of wild. And also just having Dark World access that fast in the seed was very scary because there were so many locations I could check. And I felt when there's too many options, it just feels like it feels scary because you're going to make the wrong decision to start. So I tried to be as efficient as possible, but there were just so many choices out there that made it kind of tricky. I can't recall if the Pearl was in Escape or like in CAC or something, but
the
yeah,
Pearl was on Uncle. Was next to Uncle. Also, real quick, please get your GGs in chat for rooslugs finishing on our restream with an official time of 1:44:34.
GGs.
Yeah. Since our restream would like us to wrap up, are there any final thoughts that our runners have? And do we have a game 2 scheduled?
So
My only real thought is the second I saw that we had Dark World access leaving Escape, I knew this was going to be a shitty seed. Like, I insta knew this seed was going to just blow. and I was right. But yeah, game 2 is set for Friday, same time, and possibly same place, I assume. But
Excellent to hear. Ray, any thoughts from you?
no, I think I'm all good. I'm just kind of sapped right now and need to sleep it off.
well, Future Rue has Tempered Sword, by the way, and this is kind of inexcusable. It was below Big Key Chest, so it wasn't even left side. So I could have had that because I checked the bombable wall on the way in looking for a sword, knowing that I was sword go mode, but I didn't do the lap around the bottom. So
It was Compass Room.
Yeah, pretty sad. But
Okay,
GGs,
well,
you deserve it. Yeah, you were faster, and I'm excited to play some more on Friday.
Yeah, for sure. GG's, man.
all right. My last question about game 2 is a mode decided.
No, it's not.
Okay, because if we could have announced on the stream, we would have. But with that, get one last time, please wish GG's both runners. Follow both these runners, rayzeus, rooslugs. Follow my co-commentator, Furious Prince. Follow our tracker, David Ox. Follow our restreamer, Secretly a Sliver. And thank you everybody for watching.